Hi K4 friends, Mrs. Wagner is here today to read you a story about shadows. You're learning about shadows this week and using a flashlight if it's not sunny enough outside to make shadows, but you can also make shadows at night in your house using a flashlight. I'm going to turn this off while I read this story to you though. My story is called Me and My Shadow. Written and illustrated by Arthur Doris. Me and My Shadow. On sunny days, my shadow walks with me. When I jump, my shadow jumps. When I run, my shadow runs too. Sometimes it's tall and sometimes it's small, but it follows along with me. Houses have shadows, cars and buses have shadows, trees have shadows, even my little brother and the swing have a shadow. So you can see his shadow right below on the swing. You can see the house, the bus, the car, the trees, they all have shadows. See how many shadows you can find. Trace around them, each shadow has a shape of its own. And I think Mrs. Wellhouse and Mrs. Heil had you do that as part of your lesson this week, to go outside and count how many shadows you have or trace your shadow. What makes shadows? Shadows are made when light is blocked from a surface. Hold your hand out in a bright light or in front of a flashlight in a dark room. There's the shadow of your hand. So see, she's using the flashlight to make the shadow. Hold out a book or a bear or a piece of paper. Whatever blocks the light makes the shadow. So you can see here's the light, there's the book to block it, and then it makes the shadow behind it. If you hold the flashlight in different places, you can see the shapes of shadows change. Shadows get bigger or smaller and change shape, depending on how the light is blocked. When the sun is low, in the morning or afternoon, a lot of light is blocked, so the shadow is tall. So here's one where the sun isn't as high in the sky. When the sun is overhead, around the middle of the day, not much light is blocked from the ground. Then the shadow is shorter. So this would be like right around lunchtime. Your shadows would be shorter. Shadows can also move. Try catching them in a game of shadow tag. Here's kids, they're playing tag. Let's see what they say. I'm it, I'll try to catch your shadow. The shadow of that tree is base. If you get there before you get tagged, you're free. Na 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 na, can't catch me. The sun's getting higher and my shadow's getting smaller. And these two kids, they're in the shadow, so we're in the base. We don't have shadows anymore. We're in the tree shadow. So they don't even have shadows because they're in the shadow of the tree. So that playing tag, they can't be tagged. Look at this page over here. In the morning when I wake up, I see shadows on the ceiling. The shadows are from parts of the windows and anything that blocks the light. Today, I had a mountain lion in my room. That lion looks hungry. Don't worry, I think he's already ate breakfast. Is it really a mountain lion? Nope, it's just her cat in the window blocking the light. It's easy to tell stories with shadows. You can make shadows on the wall by making shapes with your hands in front of a strong light. Walls come in handy for putting on shadow puppet plays. My hands are close to the lamp, so a lot of light is being blocked. The shadow is big. So look at the size of her hands and look at how big her shadow is because she's really close to the light. Here's the light source. My hands are further from the light. Not as much light gets blocked, so the shadows are smaller. So his hands aren't as big as hers because he's further away from the light. Take a a look. There are short shadows, tall shadows, round shadows, fuzzy shadows, and shadows that move. On a summer day, I rest in the cool shadow of a tree. I lie in the shade and watch the shadows all around me. The end. That's it. Hope you had some fun making shadows and you get a sunny day to go outside and do it, or you can use a flashlight and make shadows. Bye, friends.